I'm also doing very well. Let's talk about what we heard and saw in Parliament yesterday. The minority leader leading the minority to strongly criticize the ruling of the court. And also the debate that happened on the floor, whether or not Matthew Yindam was supposed to be in the House. Have you listened to the minority leaders group?
I've listened to them.
You've listened to them?
Yes.
They have a point, don't they?
Well, that will determine some other time.
Talk to me. Let me hear you on that.
I said whether they have a point or they don't have a point, that will be determined some other time.
Okay. Let me hear your view on everything that has happened so far.
The point is that Alfa, in or under a democratic dispensation like Ghana today, citizens choose their leaders through the instrumentality of elections. And so anybody who finds himself in parliament, if you like, his being there should reflect the thinking direction or the resolve of the people. Okay, so that is why we do elections. So nobody goes there forcing himself down the throat of the people. The 2024 elections, parliamentary and presidential elections in Pandai, went on successfully, but we had issues with the parliamentary side. Initially it was declared in favor of the MPP candidate, and then we went to court. Our candidate filed a petition in court contesting the results, and after the court carefully examined the evidence that we put forward before it concluded that and delivered its judgment that there should be a rerun in Pandai. So I don't see the point the MPP are trying to make. You see, there is a reason why the CI 127 was introduced. As part of our evidence, we showed the court that there were serious, procedural irregularities, particularly Regulation 39 and 43. Yes, because after the elections, the inconsistencies of some of the pink sheets, the figures, were so glaring. And also, the collation center was relocated from Pandai to Tamale, which is an unpardonable violation of the CI 127. And so we went to court challenging this, that we challenged the results, that based on this evidence, we think that the integrity or the credibility of the elections has been marred or has been, tempered with. It is not something acceptable. So anyone who goes to court with those or based on that results is simply forcing him or himself down the throat of the people. That is not the resolve of the people. So we are in court to contest that. So the court, after examining that, ordered for a rerun. So I don't see their point. And in fact,
the argument is that if a candidate in an election goes to court and challenges the results of the election in 41 polling stations, okay, how do you give a ruling that said go and conduct a rerun of the entire
that's
constituency?
I prefer to refer to that as those are words of consolation from a loser, because we didn't go to court challenging 41 out of 152, I think so, 152 polling stations. We said the whole election process was mad. And so the 41 that they are referring to was just...
But you just said that you go to court and the name of the game in court, what language the court listens to is evidence, correct?
Yes.
So if you send evidence of 41, 41 polling station, it clearly indicates that these are the polling stations you have issues with in terms of the results.
And I'm saying that.
And so if you go there with that, and now a ruling comes back and say, no, even the ones you didn't bring, let's go.
That is their position. But I'm sure the court, nobody can force the court to do what is not right. The court, they are where the judge is worth his salt. So we went to court. The 41 polling stations that they're talking about was just an exhibit to show that these are the things that we are talking about, and it cuts across all polling stations. But in fact, you can look at these 41 results, 41 of the polling stations. So those were just exhibit out of the 152 polling stations. So they are claiming that we went to court saying that we had issues with only 41. Those are words of consolation and of a loser. So, in fact, and even I'm happy, and I must commend the Honorable MP Martin Yindam of his composure. He has composed himself. When he went to the court after the judgment, he said he's not afraid. He's not afraid of what do you call it? A rerun. And I understand him very perfect, because this time around we are not saying that we are calling for an audit into the register. The same register that they used to vote is the same register, the same voters, the same place, the same constituency. So, and he said he's confident. He's confident that he will win.
No, so, but he has filed an appeal. There is also a conversation about stay of execution.
Well, we respect that, but I must also put on record that as the court, the court will run its course, the people of Pandai must also have an effective representative in Parliament. So that will be another determination. But for now, the court has ordered that there should be a rerun in Pandai.
Yes.
And so, by law, within 30 days, EC is supposed to organize fresh elections or parliamentary elections in Pandai. So, whilst we wait for the judgment, he has filed an appeal, praying the court for a stay of execution.
Yeah.
So whilst we wait for that, processes must also be made for free and fair, transparent elections to be conducted in Pandai for the people to have effective representation in Parliament. So they may disagree. They may disagree with the judgment. That is their.
Some also think these days you guys seem to be getting a lot of favorable rulings. Like any matter that goes to court, especially the political issues, NDC comes out victorious.
That assertion is subject to public interpretation. When you are going to court, you are convinced, before you write exam, you are convinced that you will win.
Because you guys used to have issues with judges who, under the tenure of MPP, giving rulings in favor of the then government, then you call them names. But looks as if these days you guys are benefiting from what you used to criticize.
The issue. We had issues with some judges, but not all. In fact, if a judge does his work diligently, whether it goes in favor of...
You never had cause to come and say a judge has done a job diligently.
The Atoforsen versus the Republic case.
When you won.
The judge did everything based on the evidence. The judge, sat on the case, presided over the case.
So diligent is when you guys win.
Fairly, yes. Based on the evidence we put before the court.
But when you lose, he has not been diligent.
You have cause to say that the judge has not been fair to you based on your convictions and your evidence you put before the court, and the court will cite aside.
Even when you sent a matter to court, I'm referring to the election petition.
Yes.
And according to your national chairman, during the campaign for chairmanship, did say that you guys did not compile any results and you didn't go there with any results. You still, when it was ruled in against you, had cause to describe the judiciary as unanimous, something, blame them, call them names, even without any evidence. But these days...
That's what I'm saying, that those are subject to public interpretation. But what I'm saying is that when you are going to court and you have your evidence, everything intact, you are convinced in your mind that you have a case, a solid, watertight case, and you go and things go south.
These days you are getting a lot of watertight cases.
Oh yeah.
You used not to get them.
I'm telling you that. No, that's what I'm saying, that it depends on the judge. You understand? And I'm using the Attorney General, I mean our Arthur Forson versus the Republic on the ambulance case as a case study. We went to the court with a watertight case.
Oh, okay.
And so
would you say the ones you lost were not watertight cases?
And that based on our evidence. Nobody in this country.
Was it because of the judges?
Alfa, in fact, when you saw the polls that people were projecting into the elections, one of the reasons or the indicators that people have lost confidence in the judiciary was that you could see the numbers on the. You could see the polls, the numbers, the percentages. A lot lost confidence in the. So it was not a matter of the NDC. It was a matter that
the confidence was lost because some people felt that it appeared that the decisions of the judiciary was mostly tilted towards the government at the time. Now, some people look at that and say, if that was the problem, what we are currently seeing looks like what we saw during the MPP. Just that now it has shifted from the MPP to the NDC.
It all boils
so
down to
whether we like it or not, then confidence will continue to reduce when it comes to the judiciary.
And it all boils down to the point that I'm making, that it's about the evidence that you send to court. Yes, it's about the evidence. We go to when judges deliver. What do you call it? When judges make their judgment, you can see mixed interpretation of their judgments. And you could see that most of the times Ghanaians were not pleased with the judgment of the judge.
You think these days Ghanaians are pleased with the judge?
You can see
the judgment.
Definitely.
Ghanaians are pleased.
In fact, it's not all the time. What do you call it? I remember a case. I think a judge made reference to Animal Kingdom.
I think it was against Abronye.
You will see that even some of the I personally on one of our pages I personally condemn that. So, but it was under our regime.
You got he ruled against.
But we condemn the statement, the judgment, the ruling. You saw some of notable NDC, leaders condemning the statement.
Like somebody like.
I'm trying to refresh my mind too, but I saw some. I don't want to mention someone's name, and then later I realize that wasn't the person. But I saw some. Okay, so it's about the evidence that you send to court, convinced in your mind that you are going to win a case, and then you end up losing the case.
What do you say to some Ghanaians who say they feel the judiciary to some extent is influenced by the government of the day?
It depends on what they have seen, and perhaps I think I share with their views. For the past, we are yet to see what will happen within this government, but we have seen, for the past period, we have seen how the government has influenced the judges or the judiciary. We have seen that several times, and you and I, we know. So that has reflected in the minds of Ghanaians. So I think they have a valid point for the past, but for now, I want to see. We are just.
But now we've had some cases, landmark cases. How the Tokunu's cases was handled. The fact that even hearing became a problem. The fact that even empaneling judges. Now we have this one that has just come up, and people are reading meanings now. Following, monitoring the
members. They are MPP members.
When it was happening, then those who were criticizing were not NDC members; they were Ghanaians.
I'm saying
this one is only MPP members who are complaining.
Ask any MPP guy who makes reference to that Tokono's case, and they should show any evidence of wrongdoing.
No, we are
Nothing
not. No,
untoward.
we are not. We are not talking about the processes, as in the petition and the committee that probed all those issues. But I'm saying that when she attempted to challenge the matter, we saw the decisions and we saw how they were handled, and we saw some of the hurdles.
How did she challenge the matter?
Pardon?
How did she?
Oh, she's in the. She went to High Court challenging the fact that her fundamental human rights were breached in the course of the process. You know that, and she was also even challenging the legality of the process. So she has been to court on several occasions.
I don't agree with her when she makes the point that the legality of the process.
No, but we are saying that look at the way the cases were handled.
Perfectly.
And
everything
it was
were
perfect.
done by the book. Everything. The spirit and letter of the word of the law.
I see.
Was duly followed.
Okay.
Oh yeah. That is why they have serious issues or serious troubles pointing out a violation of the law in terms of her removal. They can't. So I'm always saying those are words of consolation, like just try to say something to
don't you think the political parties are usually take hypocritical stance on these matters? That the very thing that the NDC will be complaining about previously, same things, similar things in terms of decisions of our court, and the reactions they give to these decisions. When they now become beneficiaries or start to become beneficiaries of this same thing, then they are extolling, they are praising. Don't you think is hypocritical?
You see, that's what I'm saying, that individuals and their personal interpretations. As far as I'm concerned, I will look at the evidence before a judge. The chances of winning the case or losing the case. Then I can determine if I'm well convinced in my mind that this one is a watertight case, and commonsensically and by law, the person should win the case or the person should lose the case, and it goes otherwise. I think I have a cause to also doubt the integrity of a judge. And so it's a matter of public interpretation. I think so far the judiciary, they are doing well. We are doing
very well.
We promise a reset.
So everything is JJ.
In fact, there is one.
Every decision is good.
They always make reference to one of the MPP. One of them. They said that
one of the MPP
lawyers, MPP lawyers know judges. They know judges, and then NDC lawyers know law.
Okay.
That's just beside the point, but that is the point that they
has that. When MPP lawyers used to know judges and NDC lawyers used to know law, they were losing.
So when you know,
so I want to ask, what has happened now? Now is the NDC now knowing judges, or it's still the law they know?
They know the law. Anyone who knows the law still know the law.
But why were they losing when they knew the law?
So that's where the problem comes.
So why are they now winning? What has changed?
Because, like I'm saying, that time not all the judges were compromised. Not all of them. So Alpha, you see the distinction. Not all the judges were compromised.
Okay.
So when you know the law, you go to the court, and you meet a judge who values, morality, and who knows his, who is worth his salt.
The NDC lawyers today, do they know the judges, or do they still know the law?
That statement, I'm only saying that.
No, I'm saying because you are saying it means you believe in it. Any quotation you make, it means that you agree.
Yeah, there is some.
You don't refer to something if you don't agree.
But I'm saying that we know our lawyers know the law. When they go to court, they go strictly
on the law.
By the law.
The MPP lawyers know the judges.
That's what some of them were saying.
But they are currently losing.
They know judges.
Okay.
And so it will influence the outcome of the case.
Interesting. Thank you very much, Kofi. Let's come to your colleague teachers. You are a nurse.
Sure.
Or yes. Teachers are not happy. Talk to me. You've been following that conversation.
Alpha, I have to sympathize with my colleagues. It's not easy, when expectations are high, and, they are not met, disappointments are certain. and this is natural in every human being. And so I have to sympathize with my fellow teacher or my colleague teachers or those in the teaching field that this is not a matter of government denying them what is due them. I have read the communique of the Controller and Accountant General. He say the reason is they face in the process of processing the allowance, they faced some technical hitches. So, and for them not.
But the teachers are complaining that how can this happen? They have never experienced this before.
Well, you and I don't work at the Controller and Accountant General, so.
But people were working there. We had never seen this.
And I'm saying that, in fact, yesterday I spoke to a teacher.
And so some of the teachers feel it's deliberate. In fact, I read on social media what you can call NDC teachers, if there's anything like that. NDC has they do have professional groups, yes, etc. Is that somebody wrote Muhammad Obiya Kasemani Basa.
And so
so the teachers are not happy at all.
That's what I'm saying, that when expectations are always high.
No, this is not expectation. This is a normal thing that they usually
I'm saying their expectations because when I spoke to a teacher today, that funds are available. It's not like government has not made funds available for that, and they have even gone through validation process. But the issue is that when they were in the process of the payment, that they faced technical issues, and for them not to delay November salaries, they had to pause that one. They have to pause that one and quickly process November salary so that there won't be a delay. So that was the reason. So I have to just sympathize with them. Their concerns are, they have a concern, and no, we should not be dismissive of that. And I want to assure them that
some also think this reflects the level of disrespect that is usually
for
yes, that this mistake will not happen to other profession.
When
the only profession that can suffer this is either teachers or nurses. That's what some people think. That it gives you a sense of the level of disrespect we have for these professional groups.
And the point is, who should be held accountable?
That's a question that people in government ought to ask.
Because my point is, if they would have that claim of disrespect would have been valid if funds were not made available. But this time around, they went through validation.
The teacher process. Is not interested in whether funds are available or not. What the teacher is expecting is for that to hit his account. So you can tell him that, I have money for you.
And that
if you fail to send the money to him, you've not done anything.
That responsibility rests on the Controller and Accountant General. And so he's the one telling us that there's a technical, he faces a technical problem. So by December, they will pay those allowances with, they will pay it with the December allowance. So the disrespect side, I would have thought that if the funds were not available, then you say that, you can blame government, but this one, government has made funds available.
But you see, the reason why people think it's disrespect, teachers began to complain before the statement was issued. So assuming if those complaints had not been made, this explainer wouldn't have even come. Because if the control, of course, they processed the whole thing, and they knew that there was a problem. So they couldn't add what stopped them from notifying teachers that, this is your salary for this month. Because of one or two technical issues, we didn't include these allowances.
Yeah,
but they didn't do that. It was when the teachers began to complain that they said, okay. So people think it is an afterthought.
So that's what I'm saying, that I agree with you on that. Because when you notify somebody up in issue, the person expectations are lowered. You see, naturally, human beings, when the person expects something and then the thing doesn't happen, certainly disappointment will set in.
Especially when it is normal. And the salaries we give to teachers in this country.
Exactly. So
it's nothing to write to. So if you deduct even 10 cities, you have disorganize somebody's budget.
So I think next time that department, that institution should do better. In fact, when you know something like that will happen, you notify the beneficiaries. You notify them ahead of time, and you may also have the feeling that it won't happen, and in the process of doing it, it will happen. So it's all part of human this, and I think there should be reforms.
I want to even hear from teachers. Please, how are you feeling about these allowances that, according to the Controller and Accountant General's office, did not come through as a result of technical issues, and they are promised to give you that this month allowances plus the next month's allowance in December. Is it in December?
Yes.
Or is it?
They said they paid in December. But
December.
Is this month that they didn't receive?
So is that okay? Are you satisfied with the response, or you still have issues? Okay, I want to because we have a lot of teachers listening to us. What I gathered from social media suggested to me that you guys were unhappy at all. We're not happy at all, and you felt very much disappointed by the decision of government to do what it did. And my point is, there was no explanation prior. It was when the concerns began to come that at 11 p.m. or so, the Controller and Accountant General saw the need to issue a statement. So this is why I say teachers in this country, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. So please send me a voice note, or you can even give me a call on 05939329993. 0246678 so that if you are a teacher, we can hear from you and understand exactly how you feel. But Kofi is still with us this morning. So your final view on this will be?
And so I think, like you were saying, prior notification is always good when they have timely information about what will happen. If you know that salaries will be delayed and you notify them. In fact,
it's not delay of salaries. I think it's non-payment of some allowances.
So it's always important that you notify them ahead of time. In fact, I heard I heard a voice note, a teacher lamenting that he had budgeted.
That is the point.
He had budgeted that he will use that money to buy a fridge.
He will use the allowance to buy a fridge. Then the allowance is very huge. Oh?
Sure. I think it's somehow reasonable.
Yeah, I think there are two allowances, so they are quite. So he had budgeted.
He had budgeted to buy a fridge. Yes. So he was only to be met with disappointment. And so I will only plead that our institutions will always be up and doing, and always notify, citizens ahead of time. Anytime they feel such things will happen. There are those that we are working for, so we should always have them in mind.
Okay, so that is Kofi's view on this. Let me read some of the messages that some people have sent through. This one says, Alfa, good morning. It is perfectly the point. The Controller and Accountants General, the Finance Ministry, the Education Ministry knew very well that teachers will not get these allowances for this month. Why did they keep quiet till teachers began to complain? This is clearly an example of disrespect. That is Nana Yao sent in this one. Nana, thank you very much. I don't know if you are a teacher. You didn't state that. Maybe you are a teacher.
I sympathize with Nana. So
he said,
this money
said the government has showed that they don't respect teachers. They will advise themselves.
Oh.
This one says, good morning, Alpha. I saw a picture of a man with a very frowned face holding a placard with the inscription, teachers are happy. Have you seen that picture?
I've not seen it.
It's a funny picture. the guy, if you look at the guy and the inscription on the complete mismatch. The guy has squeezed his face. And he was wearing some beret, you know, this beret that with some, I don't know, some interesting attire. And he was sitting, you know, he had held his cheeks like this, like, he was holding a placard. Teachers are happy.
Teachers are happy.
so that's the current mood of teachers. Oh, Charlie, it's not easy. Teachers, we be very fine. Why? It's not easy at all. This one says, Alpha, good morning. My name is Kwesi. I'm a teacher, but I don't want to mention my school. To be honest with you, these allowances I had budgeted for. In fact, I have a loan to pay, and part of this allowance will have gone into that. So now, because of government's decision, I may have to pay a lot more interest. Oh. No, government didn't try.
Oh, like
I'm telling you. Oh,
I think I have a responsibility to distance the government from this side. I think the government played its role.
Controller and accountant engineer, which institute under which institute?
They are part.
It's not under government.
I understand. They are part. But for you to rope the entire government in that situation.
Who should we rope in? Who?
And I'm saying that funds have been made available. Validation has been
Government
done.
is not only interested in making funds available, they are also interested in ensuring that the funds get to the right people.
Get to the right
in
people.
this case, the teachers. I'm saying if you are a government and you make funds available and it doesn't get to the teachers, of what use would that be?
So the person who, that's what I'm saying, that people work together to ensure smooth.
But it's a government agency.
It's a government agency,
and so when a government agency fails to do something, you can criticize the government for that.
On somebody. So I think the person should be up and doing.
No, but it's the government's duty to ensure that they supervise and ensure that everybody is performing their functions.
And let me also say that if this continues, then the person, it means that those there are in categorical terms are completely incompetent, and there should be reforms. So I sympathize with teachers, but I must also say that government has done it.
Because some people are not even convinced that this is just a technical issue.
Well, you and I.
They think that this was well calculated. This wasn't a technical issue.
To that effect, but I'm saying that the person's the institution says they face technical hitches. It's a matter of competence. If this continues, it means you are incompetent and you need to be changed.
No, even if government was minded, this will be enough to make some tough decisions.
Well,
but government seems to be okay. Is reluctant. Is okay. It's comfortable.
Government can never be okay.
Why would you deny teachers this fund to the extent that somebody can't even pay his loan?
We know the role teachers play in our society. In fact, they are the backbone of our the growth of our country. Because when a teacher goes to the classroom hungry, you can tell what the kind of teaching he will give to our walls in the classroom.
Someone has sent a message, SM. He said the date also affects SEPs, immigration, and other government institutions. Why is it always teachers that get affected? They have definitely used the money for an investment, which will mature next month. That was you see, you give room for these conspiracies.
So
I'm telling you, a lot of people think that no, this was not just a technical issue.
Alpha,
This
I
was
understand them,
more
I
than a
understand them.
technical issue.
In fact, if I were in their shoes, I would think the same way. And I'm saying that reforms have to be done if this continues, because we will not allow one institution to project the government in a bad light. If one individual is not doing what the citizens want, because we are there to serve the citizens. When citizens are not okay, as a government, you can't be okay. And so I'm saying that institutions have made has done their part of the deal. Funds have made available. Ministry of Finance have made the funds available, but the one to make the payment is the one that is to be blamed here. And if this persists, I think we have to, there have to be reforms in that institution, because this cannot be allowed to go to fester, because it will create the impression that, like they are saying, that they hate teachers. Why is it that it's not happening to
why is
other
it
institutions?
that it does not happen to
And so
anybody
I'm
else?
saying I sympathize with them.
You know, teachers
And then
today are very.
I know government will take swift actions, or will look into this matter. Okay, because we hold teachers in high esteem. So
he comes back with this. He said, "Don't be in our shoes. Don't defend them." What CAGD did last 2 days was wrong. No, teachers are not happy. I'm telling you.
yeah, they are not happy. They are not happy. For sure.
I'm telling you, they are very, very sad.
And I'm a human being. I have to be in your shoes.
1,000 cities, refrigerator,
I was
peche.
taught empathy.
My friend was waiting for his own to buy laptop.
Imagine.
Oh
He has budgeted already.
no, Charlie, no.
Expectations were high, so I think this is serious. And
I'm told that it's more than 1K.
There's more than
it's
my
more.
friend said around
I
3,000.
spoke to a teacher.
Pardon?
Around 3,000 and say so.
I spoke to a
Ah.
teacher. He said
Yeah.
even it has seen an increment. I spoke to a teacher.
He
And
said
I'm
it's
told
about
this will be the final-
2,900.
Yeah, almost
Do they receive it every month or?
They receive it at the end of every year.
Ah,
If
it's like
my
the
mind serves me right,
11th
a
month kind
somewhere
of.
100 or 200 cities. So they calculate.
They
everything
combine.
and pay to you at the end of every year.
So, no, the thing is much more serious than I thought.
So that's what I'm
No,
saying.
government didn't try.
So that's what I'm saying.
Everybody's
That
budgeted.
so Alpha, you get the point. So that's what I'm saying. That funds have been made
3,000
available for
laptop.
us.
3,000.
He will get a
So that's what I'm saying,
normal.
that funds have made available, but the one whose responsibility is to make this payment is saying that he faced technical challenges. And so, and so,
they can't tell us
you
this
and I
story.
cannot tell
No,
whether
no,
it's
they-
a valid
no,
excuse or
no.
not.
That's a valid
No.
excuse.
But
See.
we are saying that reforms has to be made in that institution. And so I sympathize with teachers and
No, at this point in time, I want to open the phone line
exercise
for
rescue.
teachers to come and vent. Please, if you're a teacher, come and vent. I want you to vent. I'm telling you. No, I'm not happy.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, no. The teachers, you have to call me this morning.
Guy.
No. I thought it was
3,000. 3,000. My friend, when he comes down, was around 3,000.
and this one you had 1 year to plan. It's not like it's just happening impromptu.
I spoke to
Immediately
the
you
teacher
realize
yesterday.
there was a stamp failure. I'm just rectifying.
And they didn't even inform the teachers before.
You are really paid and then they were complaining.
No, Charlie. No, this one we won't agree. 0541022318. Please, if you're a teacher, call me. Even if you are not teacher and you are angry like me, call me. No, we have to fire this morning. We are not happy at all. A lot of my friends are teachers. You understand? This Christmas, don't go and ask any teacher for anything, oh. Because they have disappointed the group, the people. Charlie. Good morning.
Good morning.
Please talk to me.
Alpha.
What's your name?
SM.
SM. Charlie, they don't try. Talk to me.
They don't try at all. Since was it last year or so? Last year. Then I'm not paying your laptop sick. They did that also deducted you allowance on the tax. And the Ghana means allowance credit tax.
Oh.
Within Ghana, say Ghana, allowances are taxable. Maybe this year, allowance you are giving them around 200 cedis a month. I know some money every month. Also, we can have their money at the end of the year. Maybe now, the message you have now. What do you want the teacher to do?
Oh. now budget is now got the wedding.
Oh, it's not about my budget. My budget there, but it is wrong. If you have stated in the conditions of service of the man, say you have to pay.
Anyway, our dream, SM. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. That's the teacher who said, Charlie, it's not easy. Oh, teachers, very fine. Why? I'm telling you. Imagine if this had happened to other professional group. This will have vocation strike. I'm telling you, 1 month strike until you pay. We are not going to work. You see, they have done it to teachers. Everything is cool. Oh, it's not easy. Everything will be fine. If I a teacher, in fact, I underestimated the amount. I thought it was just some. I really underestimated the amount. Now that I know what we are talking about, 3K. Do you know what you can do with 3K? This loan that the guy said he had planned to pay the loan with this money. It means I will have to suffer another interest too, because you will not be able to pay it. You know, some of these mobile, the more you fail to pay,
the more the debt is accrued. The interest.
We have 5 minutes to go. Let me pick this caller. Good morning.
Alfa Basada.
Me too.
Police from Meeting the
Yes, yo.
Doctor from Meeting the Supreme Court judges from Meeting the
Hey, David. Yes,
why is it always teachers? Teachers for council, I must say, hey, I asked and before.
Oh, why always?
Why always teachers? Because some years ago also, there was a government by force on my teachers' laptop. Teachers in class on their laptops. No, they are some salary. So we allow us to must tax.
Oh,
the teacher.
Mobile.
The money and you're fine. Me can we teacher now. We are trying to talk about Janako. Teaching job and Janako. Because I'm a person who can make Janako.
It has it. Oh, it's not easy. That's a teacher. Let's hope and pray that this will not happen again, because Charlie, it cannot happen again, because if it happens again, there will be trouble. Let me speak to another caller here. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Please, your name and where you're calling me from?
I'm Samson calling from Bremen.
Samson Bremen, talk to me.
I took side in this morning for not choosing what is supposed to.
Samson, your voice is very, I don't know, it's quite.
I feel very pathetic for the teachers. But all I want to say is that it's very good sometimes when something happens like this, it could be a problem of a certain person. Maybe the money has been released, but maybe somebody has taken a cut on the money. So try to find out and see why the money is not hitting their account. Thank you very much.
Samson, thank you very much for joining us this morning. This message says, good morning, Alpha. I refused going to the training college because I'm convinced that every government institution doesn't respect teachers. Oh. That is technical issues. I prefer learning handwork than going to training college. Seriously. My question is, why always teachers? Oh, you see. And come back. Good morning. Yes. Your name and where you from? Yes.
I'm calling from Swami.
Swami, talk to me. What's your name?
My name is Tatiamwa.
Are you a teacher?
I'm not a teacher, but I want to talk small.
Please talk small.
Alfa government is a government for
Oh, David, Pacho, Yamutremami, Pacho, Yamutremami, why? Hey, Kofi, can you see how people are very angry? It's not easy.
So it's a serious issue. So I totally say I think I sympathize with them. Right now, I can only say that they should exercise some restraint, and let's see. It will be looked into, and I firmly believe it won't continue. If this persists, then there should be a reform at the Control and Accountant General Office.
Last 2 minutes on what's happening within the MPP.
The MPP, they continue to dirty themselves, and we are patiently waiting for them. Someone, I think, lawyer Atachi
Atachia.
He said they shouldn't. He called on the delegates not to elect a flag bearer who will go and disgrace them at the UN. I agree with him very perfectly, because when you are a leader of a country, because when you become the flag bearer, in the event that you become the president, definitely you represent the country abroad, and so we will not want a situation that somebody will go outside and tarnish the image of the country, because the president reflects the image of the country, and so whatever you say outside, your behavior, how you acquit yourself at the UN, reflects the image of the country. So I agree with him, and that means that, I don't know, but that means that there is somebody among them who has a penchant for insulting leaders. There is somebody who has insulted even his own country leaders, and so it is only obvious that when the person is elected as a flag bearer, and eventually in the event the person becomes a president, the person will insult all leaders. Okay, because charity begins at home.
I see.
And so he is cautioning them not to elect such leaders. And I have seen a response that they cannot also elect somebody who will mismanage an economy, has zero integrity. So we are patiently waiting for them. The same way they are projecting themselves, meaning they are not even telling us that, oh, this person has this track record, but by the time they are done, I'm confident by the time they are done with this their internal contest, they will tell us who killed who and who.
You forget that you have yours coming.
Oh,
let me listen to this. We'll wrap up very soon.
About our discussions. Now it's about nothing. I am person make sure I am briefly. Castle Bridge, if we are thinking junction call Castle Bridge now, maybe a castle sink. Me who same penphobia, but how I will take measures here. And I feel so a fina now war sa other lane, Georgia lane is called alcohol. Sa fin so saba be choki that bridge, sa rubbers and sunny manama saba be choki sa bridge, Into Alfa where the regional minister and call for or almost a honor my hoopa or also heavy trucks papa bridge, I say call for no.
Okay. Thank you very much. Kofi, let's wrap up.
And so I'm saying that when by the time that they are through with this internal contest, they would have told us that who killed who, they would have exposed themselves. And so, but we are saying that when they are done, when they are done with this mad slinging, and they present a candidate and we reject the candidate, they shouldn't blame anybody, because we will not want to elect someone who will mismanage an economy, because they have said it, that one of their candidates has mismanaged our economy before. And they also have a candidate who insult leaders, and they will not want us to go and embarrass ourselves abroad. So when they definitely one of them will come.
But it's interesting, the person didn't mention him. Why is it that somebody else?
There's no smoke without fire. You see, when you make such statements, definitely there's someone among the candidates.
No, but you see, the fact that you think that it's you who cry is a problem. No, the fact that you accept that the person is referring to
who
me.
made the response. So definitely.
No.
Who's who the catfish?
Because he didn't mention it. I didn't hear him mention the name.
He didn't mention, and I didn't also mention anybody's name. But I'm saying.
So why is somebody taking? Why is somebody more or less
who the catfish
accepting?
So the person who made the response definitely maybe is inadvertently telling us that he's the one.
And the fact that he's saying, "Oh, we too don't want," it means he accepts his.
So if they bring that person, who insult world leaders, Ghanaians will reject the person. And if they bring somebody who will come and mismanage our economy and eventually plunge millions of Ghanaians into hardship, we will reject the person too.
Let's leave it here. Thank you very much.
So we look forward to that.
Okay, thank you very much, Kofi, for joining us this morning.
Thank you very well.
That's our show. But I want to play you the song that teachers are playing and listening to on the basis of what is happening to them. They say this is what they have been listening to for the past 2 days. We'll use that to wrap up the show. My name has been Alfa Ali. Mark was here. He was the one behind the Facebook Live. So, yes, that's our show. My name has been Alfa Ali. Teachers, please, I'm playing you the song that you said I should play for you.